All right. Have you ever been the type of person who's thought to themselves, self, I'm gonna start my weight loss journey on January 1st. Maybe you haven't, but many have. So the purpose of this video is to help you realize if this is your mentality, why starting now is the best decision, how it is not as difficult as you may think, and the damage that starting on January 1st actually does to you and why it results in less results.
And a reminder that if you find value in this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash the bell button so that you can get notified, ding, 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 when we post up more videos just like that.
And if you learned anything valuable from this, or you had any aha moments, or your perspective changed, or something made you think, comment, because we want to know what that is.
We have a duty and obligation to speak the truth. And I feel like some of the things that we will be discussing in this video may piss you off. So if at any point in time you're like, just ask yourself why.
And if you're watching beyond this point, then we warned you.
Okay. So what we have found, having worked with thousands of people, is that most people who say, I will start on January 1st, are actually saying that because they want to comfort their justification of not caring about weight gain during the holidays.
It makes you feel better for a short period of time because in your mind you think, oh, well, since I will be starting on January 1st, that gives me permission to eat like a garbage can. This is the approach that I took, and I completely admit that I have done this. And what we have come to realize is that there are many, many, many more people like that. So sometimes we need to have a come to Jesus moment with ourselves, get really honest and say, is that what I'm doing? And it might not be, but if it is, beware and listen to the entire video and everything that we're going to share with you.
By the way, if at any point in time you feel like we're speaking directly to you, that is probably because you are in a position where we were exactly in a couple years ago. And that's why we actually feel 100% okay calling these things out, because we're just talking to the person that we used to be. We used to justify that, so we will just eat more crap. Okay, now the other point is, this might sound woo-woo, but the question that you should ask yourself is, what energy do I want to go into when it comes to the new year? Do I want to go into the new year already riding on momentum? Or do I want to go into the new year feeling rushed and stressed out? Here's the deal. Anybody who tells themselves, I will start on January 1st, is going into it after having justified the extra weight gain from the holidays and the extra treats and the extra things that maybe were not the greatest for them. And we're not saying that you should be great and should be perfect at all times, because we're not that either. But you should be intentional. And what we have found is that in most cases, when a person says, I'm just gonna wait till January 1st, they would rather stay in their comfort zone, justify weight gain, and honestly, they're just not aware of what their perspective will be going into the new year. They will be feeling rushed, they will be feeling stressed out, and whatever starts in chaos is going to cause more chaos, which is exactly why 99% of those who start their weight loss journey going into the new year don't actually ever get there.
They are the ones that join the gym and you see the gym is packed in January, then by the mid-February, it's back to the same people that were there during the holidays, because they're the ones that mean business. So if you want to mean business, you're the one who will act that part as well. And by justify weight gain, you mean justify actions and behaviors that contribute to weight gain because it feels good in the moment. If you've done this in the past and you're planning to do it again, meaning I'll start on January 1st. And by the way, this is the same exact concept that goes with I'll start on a Monday, or I'll start after vacation, or I'll start sometime in the future. Why are you starting then? Ask yourself deeply, why am I choosing to start then and not now? And the reason is because there's something you want to do in that period of time that doesn't fit into what you think you need to be doing in order to lose weight, reach your fitness goals, your health goals, your weight loss goals, whatever, so on and so forth. So if you don't change your approach, your result will not change. You can expect 0 results if you keep trying the same thing over and over again. So if you've been the one that said, I'm gonna start after this thing, or on January 1st, or on Monday, you know all the greatest days to start a diet or a weight loss program. Don't take that approach this time. Start beforehand, and like Sarit said, build some momentum going into the holidays. So when you hit January 1st and everybody's hung over on the couch and they're like, well, day 1 already, you have momentum pulling you, and you actually give yourself a shot at reaching your fitness goals and maintaining them. To change,
you gotta change.
Okay, fantastic. My second point is the average person will start on January 1st. So I had to say, okay, well, Erin, what's wrong with average? Is it such a bad thing? And I was like, well, I don't like to be like most people because I see how most people live and I don't want that life. So I would rather be extraordinary. And if you would call average here and then below average or above average, yes, I'd like to be above average. So I know what the word average means. You know what the word average means. It's the mean, it's the median. Mean and median are actually 2 different words. It's the middle, it's the norm, right? But I had to look up, okay, where did the word average come from? So I just typed into Google, so take this for whatever it's worth to you. The word average came into English from Middle French, a derivative of an Arabic word meaning damaged merchandise. Originally meant damage sustained by a ship or its cargo, but came to mean the expense of such damage. So I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. I don't know if it's true or not, but imagine, like, do you want to be damaged merchandise? And if you think about average things, if you look up average anything, ask yourself, is that what you want? If you look up the weight of an average American, if you look up how much weight does an average American gain in a calendar year? If you look up the diet of an average American, if you look up the income of an average American or an average American household, if you look up any of those statistics, you have to just honestly ask yourself, do I want to be average? And if you do, that is fantastic. I have nothing against it at all. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want to be that, then you need to take this advice.
I love this because this leads to my next point. This is a secret that every successful person knows. Successful people do the opposite of what the average person does, and instead they stay ahead of the curve. Okay, so any successful person knows that if most people start their health journey on January 1st and most people are going to get to the gym at so-and-so time, guess what? They're going to go beforehand because they don't want to deal with that.
They're like, I'm going at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, look, we are not like...
everybody's motivated today.
Something that we've also heard from our mentors is that, when it comes to investments, do the opposite of what society does. If everybody else is pulling their money away, this is when you need to go in. You gotta stay above average, and the masses stay in average, and you gotta stay ahead of the curve. Okay, so logically, it makes most sense to start. If you are thinking that, our hope and really intention for creating this video for you is to inspire you to not feel like January 1st is when you get started, because this is a wrong way of thinking. Yes, I could see why most people may want to start on January 1st because it's the feeling of newness. It is very easy to start or to do something when something is new. Think about it. This isn't anything in life, be it in, like any weight loss, or diet that you've ever been on, whether it's, like trying a new workout program, whether it's dating, relationships, right? At the beginning, things are exciting because you're in this learning period, right? Like it's actually called a transitional period. After you've gone through the transitional period, things get more and more mundane. And that's why, most people say, oh, well, I have a problem with motivation. Guess what? This goes to another conversation that we'll have, but, do not wait to get motivated to start. And if this is your way of thinking, then this is probably one of the biggest problems that we need to start working on now.
It's easy to start on January 1st because the things that go through our mind are, I'm going to be really motivated. There are not, really big holidays coming up right afterwards, typically. But the truth is, there are always reasons for you to eat. There are always reasons for you to skip your workout. There are always, and you can call them reasons, you can call them excuses. But you can't have excuses and get the results that you want in anything. And so I wrote down intentionality. Even if you started on December 30th, it's up here. You start on January 1st, you're like, I'm starting now because I'm motivated. But motivation is a feeling. And you can always act your way into feeling, but you can't feel your way into action. You can always act your way into feeling, meaning if you get moving, let's say you don't feel like doing your workout, but you're like, okay, all I'm gonna do is put my shoes on. I'm just gonna put my shoes on and I'm just gonna tie them. I'm just gonna grab my keys and I'm just gonna get in the car and I'm gonna start the car and see what happens. You start taking action, you will act your way into feeling. I'm just gonna go to the gym, I'm just gonna walk on a treadmill. It's gonna be nothing strenuous, it's not gonna mentally tax me. Maybe I'll get a little bit sweaty, but not profuse, it's gonna be fine. And you go and you get on the treadmill and you're like, I have the tiger. You can act your way into feeling motivated, but you cannot feel your way into action. So think about this. Don't wait to be motivated because it will literally fail you every time and you will be so inconsistent. So if you want consistency, you have to start taking action now. We talk a lot about weight loss, health, fitness journey, but this is with anything. Any result that you want, stop waiting, take action. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't know the exact plan, even if you're afraid to fail, even if you're not exactly sure what you're gonna do, just start, just take action, just do something because it will take away anxiety and it will get you motivated to continue taking more action. And guess what? You'll learn things along the way that you didn't know about yourself that are gonna help you to be even more motivated and take more action. So, it's just the mentality of even if I start a couple of days before January 1st, I'm still putting myself in a different position here than just saying, oh, I have to wait until this certain day. Nothing is guaranteed in life. And if you keep waiting, you're never going to get what you want because nothing will fall into your lap that you will be able to keep.
Amen to that. Yeah, I just want to add one last thing. The way that we teach weight loss is based on our perspective that, we teach life in general. So, let's use the example of either your puppies or your kids. For you, regardless of what day of the year it is, whether it's, a holiday, a Monday, January 1st, because you feel like it is your they depend on you. It is your obligation to take care of them. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is.
Can I elaborate? I don't know if that went fully through. You don't wait until Monday to take care of your kids.
Right.
It's your responsibility. You choose to act on it or you don't. You don't wait until, after your vacation is over to feed your pets. And if you're not feeding them, you have someone else feed them. You don't wait to do these things because they need to be done. So if you know something needs to be done, don't wait. Doesn't matter what day it is. Doesn't matter what time it is. Doesn't matter if you screwed up your entire day and it's 8 p.m. and you're eating dinner. You just eat something that makes you feel like you took the right action for yourself.
Yeah, so just like, it is with things that you feel like it is your obligation, it doesn't matter what day it is. The same thing goes for your health and your body, because the reality is that in life, one thing is guaranteed, is that your body will go with you wherever you go. And when your body stops, guess what?
Until that moment,
your life stops, right? So here's the thing. It is your obligation to take care of your body.
It's your house. Okay, so we wrote down a total of 5 things and we came up with like 19 or something, but I have one last one. There's always gonna be another holiday. There's always gonna be another birthday. There's always gonna be a celebration, a graduation, a promotion, something else. There's always going to be something around the corner with food involved or something like that. You have to just learn how to handle those situations and take the right action for yourself. Not perfection, but progress. Do a little bit better than you did the time before, and I promise you, you will feel better about yourself for it, even if it is not perfect. Like Sarit said earlier in this video, if you got value from this, like we say all the time, if you got value from this, if something just like made a spark in you, if something maybe pissed you off, I would love to hear about it actually, because we can have an honest conversation about it. And I would love for you to ask yourself, why did this make me feel a certain way? Or maybe you're fist pumping and preaching, yeah, louder for the people in the back. I don't know, but in any case, comment below. We love to engage with you guys and have conversations with you guys about these videos. We're not just here to talk at the camera so you can just listen. We actually want to know what you're taking away from this so that we can produce more videos that are helpful for you. So please, if you have questions, put them in the comments. If there was a quote or a phrase or something that really bang, stood out to you, put it in the comments. And if you really enjoyed this and if you watched till the end, we have so much gratitude for you and appreciation. Hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you do like what we deliver, then hit the subscribe button.
Until next time, bye.